And we are live. What's good, y'all? It's your man DL saying, welcome to the DL saying I really want to know podcast. Man, look, we're gonna listen, y'all. Listen, I am sorry I am late. Did a quick sound check. Okay, we're good on the sound. I was watching Sozcast. Shout out to Valuetainment. Yeah, just Pearly Things, the lead attorney, and a couple other people on there, and they're talking about the family court system, family law, talking about divorce and why men aren't marrying. I ain't gonna lie to you. That show is fire right now, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. That show is fire. But y'all know I don't like being late. I'm sitting there listening to him. TLA was cooking. Pearl was doing her thing, cooking. And I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Man, I've never been. I'm not a big TLA fan, but shit, he was winning me over. Sitting there watching him do his thing, bro, was cooking. He's definitely winning me over. Man, shout out to Adam. Great topic. I had to send him a quick super chat. Boy, that man. So we're gonna get through this, y'all. You know, I hope y'all doing good. You know what I mean? Happy Thursday. Today is Thursday, right? Happy Thursday. We're going to get into this, though. I definitely want to talk about Logan Paul. We had scheduled a show with my buddy Ty Barnett, but unfortunately, Ty lost his one of his pets, one of his dogs, like one of his babies. You know what I mean? Like, he had these dogs forever, and he's lost. He's starting to lose them. And I was like, nah, bro, let's push the show, man, because I'm not a pet person like that, but I've been around pets my whole life. I've been around pet people my whole life. And when you lose a pet, which is a part of your family, it devastates you, man. You lost a part of your family. So I'm not even gonna trip. I'm not gonna clown. I'm like, bro, I could hear it in his voice, man. I knew something was wrong. I'm like, man, what the hell going on? And I'm like, nah, bro. So we're gonna do that episode. Man, I don't know. It's the tentative title of that show where we're gonna talk all things Hollywood. We're gonna review movies. We're gonna talk about actors and gossip and Hollywood news and all this other kind of stuff. We're gonna do that show. I've pushed it back a couple weeks, but we'll probably do it. We'll probably get to it before then. It shouldn't take too long to get back to that show. We're definitely gonna do it. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like, my dude really, he lost. You know, it's like losing a baby, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. He's had that dog. You know what I mean? Those dogs. He lost another one earlier this year. I think they came from the same litter. So, yo, I understand. I told him, like, bro, we ain't gonna do it. So we're gonna talk about Logan Paul instead. We right here, brother. We got brother Mike in the house. What's good, fam? What's good? How you doing? Good to see you. Talking about Logan Paul, like, he can't wait. We got brother Grios in the house, man. You know what I mean? We're gonna be down in Miami here in a couple weeks. It's never easy losing a family member. You realize how strong you are. Yeah, and even though we're talking about it's an animal, man, but these animals, man, they become part of your family, of your tribe, of your clan. And to lose that, it's like losing a family member, man, for real. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've never dealt with that because I don't have pets. But I've been around people. Everyone in my circle, they have pets. And when they lose that, they lose their pet, man. It's like, it's terrible. It's terrible, man. So people have a hard time. It's lost. None. It's lost. It is what it is. But yeah, brother Grios in the house, man. That's for you. See you in Miami, man. We're gonna talk. See you when you get down there. We're gonna modify our plan a little bit, but we're gonna get the work done. Like I said, we're starting off 2023 strong. We're gonna go down there. Brother Grios is gonna take care of. He's gonna, we're going to get some pictures out the way. He's an amazing photographer, outstanding videographer. We're going to be down in Miami. We're going to be doing it. So as soon as we get all that done, we're gonna do the intro to this show, an outro to this show. We're going to have, you know what I mean? Uncle Sam going to have to put on clothes and do photo shoots and change up the banners. Like, we finna make it happen. Yes, I said finna. Y'all feel, you know what I mean? I'm still who I am. We finna make it happen. We'll go down there in the beautiful Miami, and we're gonna be down there to celebrate the Fresh and Fit fam, Myron and Fresh's success, over 1 million subscribers. We're gonna be down there for that. So it's gonna be cool. You know what I mean? It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be good times. So yeah. So brother Cody is King is in the house. What's good, fam? Good to see you. Sad. What's up, DL? I really want to know podcast. Just saying what's up to everybody else. That is sad, bro. It is what it is. You know what I mean? If we live, we gonna die, man. That's just how it is. That's life. That's how it works. It is what it is. But thanks for coming through. Appreciate your support. You know what I mean? So yeah, I want to get into this, man. So, you know, I ain't gonna lie to you. I know who Logan Paul is, but I don't rock with Logan Paul. I've never followed anything. I don't really know much about the dude. I know he has a brother. I know about the boxing. I learned a lot just doing quick research, trying to look into what's going on. So we're gonna get into it, man. Like I had no idea people were getting the kind of success that they are on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like these YouTube celebrities who, again, I talk about this all the time. Like YouTube success, a YouTube celebrity is nothing compared to a mainstream celebrity. You know what I mean? A Brad Pitt or George Clooney or whatever, or, you know what I mean? Like a football player is not the same as, they're not the same. They're nowhere near that realm, but they are big. I had no idea how big. Like Mr. Beast. I know the name, but if dude walked up on me, bro, I wouldn't know who he was, to be honest with you. And he's doing big things on YouTube, and he's, you know what I mean, giving away millions and millions of dollars and doing these elaborate shows and just making it happen. CoffeeZilla, you know what I mean? Here I'm looking at Fresh and Myron, like, oh, Fresh and Fit is big, but you got these platforms out there that are just like doing, 10 times the numbers as a Fresh and Fit and stuff like that. And it is what it is. It's great to have a space where people could come and legit build a career. And then, you got this Logan Paul guy. So we're going to go through it. We're going to, Uncle Santa's going to learn. I'm going to figure this out. And it's all part of, what we do here on YouTube, bro. You know what I mean? And, Brother Cody is king. Some of these YouTubers make bank. Yes, they do, man. Serious money, man. Serious money. We'll take Logan Paul, for example. They got his net worth around $45 million. $45 million. Good for him. Good for him. All this through YouTube. You know what I mean? I know Myron and Fresh do really well. You know what I mean? Especially with what they're doing with their money and parlaying that into real estate and whatnot. You have other people who have put their money into different things. Some of them done well, some of them not so well. But they getting the bread. They getting the bread. So who is Logan Paul? You know what I mean? Like, who is Logan Paul? So here it is right here. Logan Paul, right? Wikipedia, y'all know how I do it. I'm just going to always, whenever I do something like this, I'm always go to this page. Right. So it's like born April 4th, 1995. He's 27 years old. He's out of Westlake, Ohio. Wow, I didn't know that. They have his occupations listed as media personality, podcaster, actor, professional wrestler, boxer. Right. He's related to Jake Paul, brother. You know what I mean? One of his channels, you got Logan Paul. You got an Impulsive. I think Impulsive is the big YouTube channel. Years active, 2007 to present. So he has 23.6 million subscribers. Total views, 5.92 billion. A lot of eyes on you. Look at that, 23.6 million subscribers. That is a lot of people. That is a lot of people. I mean, if you're an advertising agency, you want to holler at this guy. And, that's probably where the YouTubers get the majority of their money, is like these advertising dollars, man. They put out a show, they advertise or whatever, they're gonna get some paper. You know what I mean? Look at someone like Myron and Fresh. Look at Fresh and Fit. You know what I mean? Look at Andrew Tate. You look at Better Bachelor. Like, shout out to Joker. You look at some of these more hardcore red pill type stuff. They may have the numbers. Of course, Myron and Fresh, they ain't got them kind of numbers yet, and we hope they get there. They're over 1 million and growing, and they're starting to get sponsors now. But the content could be so controversial that most of the people want to stay away from it. Because you imagine if Myron and Fresh was doing just random, what they would call quote unquote blue pill, just in the matrix type messaging with 1 million followers, how well they would be doing financially. You know what I mean? You could probably safely say they would 10x what they're doing, right? Good for them. And I'm only using them as an example, right? These are the guys that I know. These are the guys that really, they kind of got me. That's the rabbit hole I fell down into, and that's, where they are. And I'm just looking at, their success as far as subscribers. I look at someone like Logan Paul, like 23.6 million subscribers. And it might be a little bit higher, a little bit lower than that, at this point, right now, today, who knows? Again, I don't follow the guy like that, but bro, he's done acting. He's done all this stuff. So, and I didn't know this stuff. You know what I mean? Like Logan Alexander Paul, they talk about the fact that he's an American media personality, podcaster, actor, professional wrestler, right? He is currently signed to the WWE. That's money. I didn't know that. And I mean, dude, you got to be in shape to do that. Those guys, those are big monsters, men doing some very intricate you know what I mean, stunt like moves, and they get hurt all the time, bro. And he's a professional fighter now. He's a professional wrestler. You know, he's definitely figured out the cheat code. You know what I mean? And he's gotten there. I got to tip my hat to that, bro. That's not an easy task. It isn't. So, you know, got to respect that hustle. And they say WWE, where he performs on Raw brand, but is inactive due to a knee injury. See what I mean? They get hurt all the time. He has over 23 million subscribers on his YouTube channel, and he is ranked on Forbes' list of the highest paid YouTube creators in 2017, 2018, 2021. Paul has also run the Impulsive podcast since November 2018, which is over 4 million YouTube subscribers. Wow. So just that one podcast alone is over 4 million subscribers, right? So yeah, and it kind of goes into, like, he started on Vine. You know, I'm just kind of gonna look at this stuff and what he's done. I guess that's where he kind of back in the 2013s on Vine. I never even saw Vine. I was too busy in my life back then, air traffic controlling, being a comedy guy, being a dad and all that. I was too busy to even deal with any type of social media, online, whatever. I was in the real world. But I did hear about it. There's been documentaries and there's been like YouTubers talking about Vine and all that kind of stuff. So I guess Logan Paul was one of the big guys, big creators on that. And he talks about him as an actor. As an actor, Paul's television and film work includes guest appearances on Law and Order Special Victims Unit, and Bizarre-Vac. I don't know what that is. Roles in movie, let's see, The Thinning. The Thinning New World Order. I guess that's a sequel to that. So I'm here to tell you right now, like, this dude's a legit actor. He's a legit actor. Like, he's doing stuff. This is all, you got to be union to do this. And if you guys want to know what I'm talking about, go back and watch that interview I did with Shushu. And Shamaria was talking about, because she's a professional actress. Or even go back to that video we did with my buddy BJ Bales. And we were talking about, like, the Hollywood and how it works. We talked about the union and how you do it. But in the Shushu interview, she was talking about this big time. There's certain jobs that you can't get unless you are in the union, right? Which is SAG-AFTRA. You have to be in that union to get certain jobs. Everything is listed here. Unless someone correct me if I'm wrong, but these are all union gigs. So that is huge in and of itself. So he's really big on YouTube, right? Like, really big on YouTube. He's like WWE or whatever, Raw, a professional wrestler, professional fighter. Well, I think they'll get into that in a little bit, like, you know, what he's been doing with that, and an actor. This is all at the top level of these genres, with the exception, or even with the fighting. Like, he's making big money. So, this dude is putting in work. This dude has to have multiple agents. He's probably got one manager, maybe two managers. He's got agents to get booked for all this kind of stuff. Good for him. And he's done all this by starting out on Vine and then getting into YouTube. Hey, bro, you got to, you know what I mean? Shit, man, you got to give him a shout out for that. You know, that's for him. You know what I mean? Hate if you want, but this ain't easy. This ain't easy. Like, in 2016, let's see, he went out and he explored other venues. He released a debut single. Oh, he got music out there? I didn't even know that. He put out a single in 2016. I wonder what kind of music it was. And he fought English media personality KSI, amateur white collar boxing match in 2018. I've heard about that, but, you know, he did more fights since. And it looked like the fight ended in a draw. 2019 rematch was a professional bout. So they did the first fight and it was amateur, and these are both, you know, YouTubers, and they both become professional and they do a rematch. And KSI won in a split decision. I didn't watch either of those fights. So I'm not really a big fight guy. Paul signed a multi-event contract with WWE in 2022. We already talked about that. Talking about SummerSlam, The Miz, and the Crown Jewel, which the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. So he's out there. Dude is putting in work. But he's been involved in several controversies, most notably in relation to a trip to Japan in December 2017, in which he visited the suicide forest, filmed the body of the self-deletion forest, and filmed the body of a self-deletion victim and uploaded the footage to his YouTube channel. Now, that I heard about and seen clips here and there. I didn't follow it too wide, but he got into a lot of trouble for this. going to Japan, doing a bunch of corny stuff over there. Then he wound up going into the self-deletion forest, found a victim, someone who self-deleted, and I guess he was taking, video footage, with the body or, close to or around the body, allegedly. I don't know. I never saw it. But that led to him getting into a lot of trouble, and that led to him being, quote unquote, canceled. You know what I mean? So that is, that's kind of crazy. And then this kind of really goes into everything. We're not going to read all of this stuff, but here's like a picture here of the forest that he went to. There's been tons of documentaries and movies done about this place, in and around this place. In fact, I saw a movie years ago about these identical twins. One was living in Japan and went missing, and they say she went into the forest and to self-delete, and her identical sister came looking for her. And it was like it was a horror slant suspense, movie. It wasn't like a slasher thing or anything like that, but it was, it was a decent little movie. It wasn't good enough for me to remember the name of it. All right. But I watched it. I sat through the whole thing. It was what it was. One of those movies that make you jump because they have stuff coming out of nowhere, like, that kind of stuff. It was a supernatural type movie. Can't remember the name of it. And it's not really that important. Otherwise I would have, pulled all that shit up. Let's see. Brother Mike's in the house, man. Good to see you, bro. Cody is King. It was pretty low class. Yeah, talking about what he did. And here it is right here, 2017-2018, self-deletion forest controversy. And it talks about what he did. He vlogged himself going in there. So there was someone who self-deleted themselves. And I guess he took video footage of this person. I'm not even going to read out into this because I know YouTube would probably get mad at me if I read this verbatim, so I'm not going to do it. But the world did not like what he did. All right, the world did not like what he did. And he came back and it was, apology tour, it's not my fault. I'm only little, I'm an idiot, whatever he said. Again, I didn't follow him like that, but I could kind of understand what he did, because you got to look at it. At this point, he wasn't where he is now. He's probably making good bread. He's probably well into the 7 figures. And it was like, I'm about to lose all this. And it started to fall off. You know what I'm saying? It started to fall off. Brother Doug's in the house. What's good, fam? Hey, they got your man, the lead attorney is on Adam Sosnick's show, man, on right now. Lead attorney and Pearl from Just Pearly Things are in there. They're talking about, men's desire not to be married and all that kind of stuff, bro. So it's fire. But thanks for being over here with me. And I know what you guys are thinking. You're like, come on, man, why are you pushing people away from your own live stream? Here it is, man. I really want to know. If there's enough information out there that I think y'all might want to jump on, I'm going to tell you. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you, keep it 100. You can catch this team replay, or we can catch that team replay, however you want to do it. It is what it is, but they're having a really good conversation over there, man. That's why I was late. I was a couple minutes late starting this stream because I got caught up in I was like, ooh, sending a super chat and everything else. And I'm like, oh, wait, I got a show to do. I had to run up here and get the show going. But it's fire. It's fire information over there. Cody Kings, he was laughing and joking about it. Oh, okay. So when he was over there filming it or whatever, here's the body of someone who self-deleted, and they have a family and they have friends and they have loved ones, maybe kids, whatever, brothers, sisters, you don't know, mom and dad, you don't know. And here you are with this poor soul who left this world, self-deleted, and you're taking footage in this forest and broadcast it to the world. Yeah, that is pretty sick, bro. You know what I mean? You're right about that, brother Cody. Yeah. Grown ass man acting like that. You're right. You know what I mean? Miss AKA ladies in the house, what's good, love? Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Merry late Christmas, and Happy New Year. If I don't talk to you between now and New Year's, Happy New Year's. Welcome. Thanks for coming here. We're talking about Logan Paul, trying to figure out who he is and what's going on. So yeah, man, he did a bunch of just little frat boy type stuff. It looks like, I guess he had a run in with the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department. And then it was people who were urging that YouTube delete his channel based on what he did. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I mean? So but he, in fact, was, on track to get deleted. And what I mean by that is canceled. He had basically just messed up his money. Like I said, by this time he was definitely 7 figures just before he did all this other stuff he's doing now. So that was, that was Logan Paul. He went on the apology tour. Apparently it worked after some time, and he was able to overcome that horrific thing that he did. Right? And they just say anything for likes, doing it for the gram and all this kind of stuff. It really shows who you are, like the kind of stuff you do for money. What do we say over here? All money ain't good money. And that's what I'm always talking about. Think about what you're doing to be responsible for what you're doing. So he did this thing. He went on the apology tour, and I know I saw it was on like Good Morning America or something like that. He was talking to what's the dude who used to be on Kelly Ripa's show? Michael Strahan. He was being interviewed by Michael Strahan, and basically, saying I'm only little, I was stupid, I shouldn't have done that, I wasn't thinking, da 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 da. You know what I mean? Had he only had that motto on his head, bro, all money ain't good money, and don't do the crime if you can't do the time. You know you wrong. Granted, he didn't break any laws, but you knew morally someone was gonna step up and say something. And then when it was time to face the music, it ain't my fault. Can't respect that. Can't respect that at all. You know what I mean? But that's what seems to have happened. Brother Doug, like I heard about that, but I didn't know it was him. Yeah, it was him. That was Logan Paul, right? And that's why there's still a ton of people out there who don't respect the dude, but he has 25 plus million subscribers. So I guess a lot of people, they were okay with that. Or maybe like they're like you, Brother Doug. They didn't know it was him. They didn't put two and two together. So that's what it was. He just about got canceled. He managed to survive, not, so he did not get canceled. Continued with his thing. Some say that he became a person who was like a perfect voice for PC. Say anything PC. He's not going to tell you what he believes. He's only going to tell you what he thinks people wants to hear. Why? Because he wants to keep making his money. So there's a lot of that talk. When I was kind of doing a little bit of research, you would see a lot of that out there. He would see something that people know he was against personally and privately. He's against it, but publicly he was like, no, that's great. The example I'm thinking of is there was a guy dressed as a woman. I don't know if it was a cross dresser or I don't know what the situation was, but he was like, yeah, when I see something like that, a man dressed like a woman would make, I think he's such a powerful guy and he's fierce. He was saying stuff like he's so brave, saying stuff like that. And it was like the people who know him like, bro, you don't believe that. Like that's not what, no, I really believe that now. I was stupid back in the day, but now it is what it is, man. Do what you got to do to get your bread. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Y'all know all the cliches. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But it's hard to respect that. So, but again, he didn't get canceled, and now, big guy, big dude, making millions. I checked his net worth. They got him at $45 million as his Logan Paul's net worth today. They got him $45 million. Now, whenever you look up those celebrity net worth sites, and other sites that talk about people's net worth, take it with some salt, take it with like a little bit more than a grain of salt, because it could be plus or minus, I got friends who are in the business and been in the business for a long time, and just every now and then, just for shits and giggles, I'll pull up their information. I'll put their name in and see celebrity net worth, and these numbers will pop up. I remember once I was with a friend of mine, I'm like, look how much you worth, and he was like, where that money at? You know what I mean? They had my dude down for like 16 million or something like that. He was like, bro, where that money at? So, and it's funny, just on a quick side note, family members will do that. Family members will run your net worth, and they'll get these numbers, and then they'll have an attitude with you because they'll come at you asking for some of that bread. So when people think about being famous and, having fame, a lot of people are famous and broke. You know what I mean? They're famous and they're broke. They don't have the kind of money that you think they have. And then, their family will come at them and ask them, be asking them for money. You know what I mean? All the time. Like you look at what's going on with Master P and his son. You know what I mean? Think about all the family members out there that have been asking Master P for money that didn't go online. You look at Chris Tucker had the same problem. Family, he talks about it on some of his stand-up, material. Family comes up asking him for money all the time. But then when you down and you need a little bit of help, maybe you made a misstep or whatever, and you need some help, they don't want to help you. But it's funny, they'll sit there and look up your net worth and come at you and try to get something from you. Just something I just wanted, just a little side note. You know what I mean? It is what it is. That's what when you sign up for the fame, that's what comes with the fame. And I think it was Fresh and Fit was talking about Skippy. I am Skippy guy. And it was like the worst thing you could be is famous and broke. And that was some of the truest words I've ever heard, bro. That is the absolute worst thing you could be, famous and broke. You know what I mean? So, and I know a lot of people like that in Hollywood. At least I knew when I was out there. Just dudes who didn't have any money, but they had all the connections and all the clout. So you can get into all the clubs and eat for free and all that kind of stuff. And people be driving you around. This was before Uber. But they will be broke as a joke. And every now and then a bill will come for something. And they would that's why they kept people around them. They would pass the bill off to somebody else because they didn't have any money. Sad, but true. But let's get back to Logan. You know what I mean? Miss AKA lady. The internet will desensitize you to the point where you don't understand what's respectable behavior. Yeah, I guess those of us who weren't raised right, I mean, those of us who truly don't have a moral compass, you know what? I see what you're saying, but I think that's a cop out. We all know what's right and what's wrong. This guy knew what he was doing. He wasn't 12. You know what I mean? He was growing up. He was a grown ass man. He went to Japan. He went to this place because he knew that there would be people self-delete there. He knew the odds of him stumbling across the body would be really high. And he was like, this would be great content. And I don't, it's just about getting that bread. You know what I mean? It's just, you know, some people won't ask the questions. Some people won't make that, they won't go the extra mile, make that statement. You feel me? They won't, it's like some of these foreign countries, you know, like passport bros or just men from the West go to these foreign countries, right? And you'll be out somewhere and some beautiful woman walks up, starts talking to you, turn around, look at her like, nah, that's a girl. That's a girl, right? And then people be like, well, I mean, she in here. She had to show ID to get in here. I don't care if it's fake. I'm going to do what I do. I'm like, bro, that's just a lack of morality. You know, you got those other guys. Well, the age of consent here is this number. It's like 16. So she said she's 17. So, and it's like, oh, man, all right. That's nothing to do with being desensitized, man. It just shows us who you are. You know what I mean? Like, and like, okay, legally you good. But morally, like, I can't have you around my daughter. I can't have you around my niece, my cousin. You know what I mean? So I can't give him that. I can't give him that pass. And it's funny that we're talking about morality and stuff like that. So let's get into what's going on with Logan Paul now. You know what I mean? And there's another, let's pull this up for you guys, which is Logan Paul. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. What I want. There's another one I want before we get to this. There's another one I want. So now you know what? Let's do that. Let's go back to that. I think it'll flow better. Think it will flow better. Miss AKA lady was like, yeah, 100%. I feel you. It's just people out here they doing whatever they doing. Oh man. All right. I'm messing up, y'all. Let me figure out. I had this all set up and then I messed it up. So, all right. So what I do normally when I do these shows, I'll find a bunch of articles that I want to look at and I'll put them kind of all in the queue and I'll put them in line. So when I go to bring them up, they're right there. And, you know, Uncle Saint be messing up, so I just messed up, so I got to give myself the old... You big dummy! Yeah, I got to be a big dummy for not following my... I had it all set up. All I had to do was leave well enough alone, and I didn't. I did not. So, Logan Paul... All right, now we're on track. So here we go. So, Logan Paul managed to not get himself canceled. Went on to get a bunch of, you know... people to follow him. He grew his base. It's Suzette Speaks calling. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me talk to Suzette real quick. Y'all know I don't like doing this being ghetto, but let me do this real quick. Hey, Sue, I'm live right now. Say hi to everybody. Bye. Talk to you later. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm trying to show my clout. That's Suzette Speaks, Miss AKA lady. Oh, I should have told her you was here. I could have told her you was here. She would have said hi. But I sent her a link to the show that was going on Saucecast, and she probably wanted to talk to me about that because I know she's real cool with TLA. This is the first time I've seen TLA outside of his platform, so I thought it'd be real cool to send that to her. I know she wanted to check it out. But Logan Paul, back to Logan Paul. So he builds up his following, right? He gets these people. He builds up his platform. He was able to stop himself from being canceled. You know, people like he put that behind him. He builds up his platform, and then came, the world starting to change. Like crypto was starting to take off. So Logan Paul definitely wanted to jump on board with that. So here's a guy who's like, he's already making money, he's doing good, and it's like, it seems like the type of dude who's gonna jump on anything that's gonna make him some bread, right? Which to me is crazy because you're already doing well. You would think you want to make some better decisions, but you just don't know who you got with you. You feel me? Like who's around you and all that good stuff. So Logan Paul, according to this article here, Logan Paul called out for promoting alleged crypto scam Dink Doink, right? So right off rip, Dink Doink? You know what I mean? Like, okay. So what's that? I didn't know what that was. So I had to look this up. And a lot of people are calling this a scam. It's a meme token, Dink Doink, slated as a pump and dump. What's Logan Paul's involvement? And this was back in 2021 when this was going on, when this article was written. Popular YouTuber Logan Paul catches heat for promoting a dubious crypto shitcoin known as Dink Doink. Right. Earlier this month, several influencers, including members of Faze Clan, I don't know who they are, and Rice Gum were accused of hyping a pump and dump token called Save the Children. I don't know nothing about any of this, y'all. I'm just reading the article. Paul's effort has triggered a further discussion on the role played by social media celebrities within crypto space. More so, how meme tokens are at odds with an industry striving for credibility. So you got this going on. Crypto was catching fire. You know, I know that, you know, like Bitcoin cryptocurrency has been around since like 2009, 2010. I had friends who were trying to explain blockchain to me back then. And I've talked about that on this platform. I didn't understand the concept, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I was too busy to try to wrap my head around it. When they were talking about, at the time it was Bitcoin, and you know how you mine for Bitcoin, and what is blockchain, and how does crypto work, and how is it set up to where it's decentralized, and you know, like central banks have nothing to do with it, no government has control over it, right? And I'm like, oh, that sounds good. Now here's the thing: at the time, Bitcoin was like less than $1 a coin. When my friend was trying to explain this to me, and I remember my buddy and I, this was back in 2009. 2008, 2009, we were having this conversation. We would work out and then we would take walks, you know what I mean, to cool down from the workout, right? So we would work out for an hour. We'd probably go walk for about an hour and a half, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like California has a lot of trails, a lot of hills and all that kind of stuff. So we would do that, right? And he was like trying to break it down. Like, I don't know what it is. And it was funny because I told him, this was a few years ago, like, hey man, remember you was trying to break that down for me? He was like, yeah. I'm like, bro, if you had just asked me to give you $1,000, I would have. It's my guy. I trust him. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's basically with my own personal trainer, and the guy had me together. And he didn't charge me anything like that. We're buddies. And I'm like, bro, if you had just asked me for $1,000, I would have given it to you. And he was like, bro, if I had invested $1,000 in 2009 in Bitcoin, you know how much and we actually ran the numbers. It was like my cut would have been like somewhere between 28 and $31 million. So I was like, God. But I didn't understand, and I had a lot on my mind. But I told him, I'm like, hey man, anything else comes up in the future, just ask me for the money, bro. I'll just give you the money. But yeah, that's how DL Saint did not become a millionaire. So what is Dink Doink? Dink Doink's tagline is cartoon memes and good times with the community, right? So this is a venture that Logan Paul got into. The whole selling point centers around a South Park inspired cartoon featuring Logan Paul, Dink Doink, and a character called Donnie, I don't know what that is, who was Paul's assistant. The roadmap mentions music videos, a movie in the works, and strategic episodes, right? So I guess there was going to be some cartoon that was tied to some sort of coin that was going to add value. Dink Doink aims to be the first ever decentralized media franchise where token holders receive an NFT for every episode that drops. Okay, so all right, so I can see that. All right. And it said Dink is a BEP20 or BEP20 token available on PancakeSwap so far, the only crypto trading pair available is Dink Slant BNB. Again, so this is just something that Logan Paul was into, and you know it is what it is. Miss AKA lady is like, I can't take the name seriously. Yeah, I feel you on that. Brother Griot's one key thing I learned from life is to be humble and always be willing to take chances. You want to be humble, you want to take chances, but you also want to mitigate risk as best you can. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you definitely want to do that. But generally speaking, the greater the risk, the greater the reward. And if you want to take that risk, do it on your own. The problem is when you start dragging other people in on this venture and not explaining the true risk to these folks and take their money and it goes bad, you're going to have a problem, bro. You know what I mean? And that's what it sounds like it got to. So, according to Dink Doink, the max supply is 10 quadrillion tokens. The market cap is 1.7 million, and there were just under 10,000 addresses in existence, right? So looks like they went forward with it. Price analysis is limited due to the token only launching in late June. Nonetheless, Dink experienced massive near 40,000% increase in its run up to an all-time high of, I don't even know what that number is, but it's way less than a penny. You know what I mean? On June 28th. Since the Bears have taken control, tanking the price sharply, while the July 4th weekend saw some reprieve with the stabilization of selling. Last week saw a continuation of bear activity, dipping the price down to a number way below a penny. From its peak, that's a 99.3% drop in 2 weeks. So, and basically when people say a pump and dump, they get something, they advertise the heck out of it. They get people on board, get people excited, get people spending money. They pump the coin up. They pump whatever it is. If it's a coin, if it's a stock, if it's whatever, they pump it up like crazy. And then the people behind it take all their money out, knowing that there's nothing behind it. There's no substance and it's going to drop. So that's like it's a pump. They get the stocks up, they get the coin, whatever. They take the money out and then it dumps. So that's like a pump and dump. And I'm not in the law, I'm not an expert, but I don't know how that can be legal. But whatever it is, it's immoral. You know what I mean? Whether it's legal or not, I don't know. And it's like the project demonstrates an understanding of its target market in reward for sitting on your ass and doing nothing. So they again, people promising you this, like, we're gonna promise you the world. Just put your money here. This is it. This is the next big thing. And people lost. So expanding on the future, Dink Doink transactions attracted a 10% fee and 5% gets distributed to token holders in proportion to their holdings, while the remaining 5% goes to the Pancake swap liquidity pool. There is no information on who controls this pool. And that's another problem with crypto back in the day. Like, it's the wild, wild west. You don't know what's going on. So then Dink Doink gets the Logan Paul treatment. YouTuber CoffeeZilla, who has posted several videos on crypto scammers, recently said Dink Doink lacks any useful purpose. While the same could be said of any meme crypto coin, CoffeeZilla raises objections to Paul's influence in the situation, right? So CoffeeZilla, we're going to keep hearing his name throughout this live, right? We're going to hear CoffeeZilla's name a lot because CoffeeZilla is a YouTuber who goes out here and he investigates stuff, and he goes, he likes to expose scammers and stuff like that. So he's really on Logan Paul right now. In fact, that's the reason why I'm doing this live. Although Paul passes himself as a random investor who stumbled upon this token, CoffeeZilla accuses Paul of creating Dink Doink. So it seems to me that Logan Paul got involved with this Dink Doink coin, right? And there was a massive pump and dump. He made money. And those people who followed him in, those people who encouraged to buy the coin, lost everything. Right? So Paul has openly admitted that Dink Doink is, in his words, ridiculous and dumb. But like many before have warned, people free reign to create pump and dump tokens will only incur greater regulatory scrutiny on the entire crypto space, which is needed. And this is, like I said, it's the Wild West right now, but governments are getting involved. So, all right. So Dink Doink looks like it was a pump and dump that Logan Paul was involved in, whether he was the mastermind behind it or whether he was just the face that the masterminds wanted to help do this pump and dump. He got involved, Logan Paul did, and looks like he made money off of this scheme, right? And he made the money on the backs of his followers. So, okay. So we got the self-deletion forest almost getting canceled, averting that, getting your numbers back up, getting back in people's good graces, and then Dink Doink, right? So you got Dink Doink that comes along. These people jump on, and they lose. All right? You're grown. Freedom of choice. This is America. You know what I mean? All money ain't good money. You know what I mean? Like, all into your favorite trope here. What's next? Right? Like, what's next? We got Brother Marcus in the house. What's good, Devil Dog? I see you, bro. Salute to the ladies and gents and panel. Yeah, thanks, man. Happy holidays. Happy New Year to you, man. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy everything. Hanukkah, whatever and everything, whatever, and whoever and whatever you praise and celebrate. Shout out to y'all. Whoever and whatever you praise. So all right. So here we go. We got all this. So Logan Paul is involved in this Dink Doink thing. Turns out to be a massive pump and dump, and he lost. Right. So okay. All right. So what happens? He keeps on with what he got going on, right? He continues forward. He's Logan Paul. You know what I'm saying? He's Mr. Big. He's doing his thing. By this time, I'm pretty sure he's worth double-digit millions. Right? He's just like, whatever. He made money off of that. Right? You think about all that stuff that when he did before he got canceled, he probably made money off of that stunt he pulled in the self-deletion forest. Probably made money off of that. Went on the apology tour. You know what I mean? Got back in people's good graces. Right? He probably toned down his content to the make it more palatable, right? So he's probably like, A+ content. YouTube's loving it. The algo is pushing it. So he's making all kind of money from that. Getting mad ads on his stuff, right? All kind of stuff from that. He probably has a Patreon. There's probably other stuff where he has paywalls built in. He's getting bread. Then he does this Dink Doink thing. Damn, bro. All right, so you do this pump and dump. Were you the mastermind behind it? Don't know, but here's the thing. You were involved. People lost money, but you didn't. All right, Dink Doink. So what's next? You know what I mean? Like, okay, what's next? Well, here it is right here. And I've used this one so y'all can. Here it is right here. Here we go. YouTuber Logan Paul. NFT game is a big crypto scam. So I saw this. I'm like, what is it another pump and dump? Or are they talking about Dink Doink? You know what I mean? Is this just one of those other, you know what I mean? Is it just, like what's going on? So apparently they came up with another scheme. So this leads me to believe that he probably had a larger hand in this Dink Doink thing, right? That pump and dump. So it looks like Logan Paul decided to come up with an NFT game. That's a big crypto scam. Right? Which is crazy. And again, CoffeeZilla, investigator, CoffeeZilla, published a 3-part video series digging into Crypto Zoo. So here it is right here. We're going to talk about Crypto Zoo. And you guys, look up CoffeeZilla and watch these videos he did, man. Very in-depth. I mean, he's really coming at it like a journalist. I'm not going to lie to you. I was kind of like, wow. You know what I mean? Like, this is what's up. This guy does his homework. I wouldn't want CoffeeZilla coming after me. He's like 60 Minutes of YouTube. Like he does 60 Minutes. You know what I mean? So they came up with this thing called Crypto Zoo, which is crazy. And it seems like it's another pump and dump. That's what it seems like. And here's the webpage for it. Oh, you can't see it. You guys can't see it. So let me turn it off. I don't even know how to get out of this. Here it is right here. Y'all can't see it, but I clicked on it and it won't show you the website. I think the website is still up, but the coin doesn't work. So, and I'm trying to get the meat of it here when he talks about what it is. Now, I think it's down here somewhere. So let's just jump into it here. So in a 3-part video series totaling a little over an hour, CoffeeZilla YouTuber uncovers scams, fraudsters, and fake gurus that are preying on desperate people with deceptive advertising. Looked into CryptoZoo. What the hell is CryptoZoo? Yeah, what is that? Well, as Paul explains, it's a really fun game that earns you money, according to the official website, which says the game is currently undergoing upgrades to the core infrastructure of the ecosystem. CryptoZoo is an autonomous ecosystem that allows zookeepers to buy, sell, trade exotic animals and hybrids. Basically, it's an NFT game in which players purchase zoo coins, CryptoZoo's in-game currency, to buy eggs, which are NFTs, that are hatched to become animals. Once hatched, you then breed those animals together to make hybrids, and the rarer the hybrid, the higher the daily yield of zoo coins. Cash those out and boom, you're pulling in money. In short, it's structured to work like passive income. So they came up with an idea that we're gonna have an NFT style, crypto style hybrid where you buy in and you buy an egg. And then this egg would hatch into some sort of animal like a lion. Right? And then you buy another egg, and that egg hatches into a panda. And then you breed your two crypto zoo animals together, and it makes a lion panda, a lion panda hybrid, or a panda lion hybrid, which is like becomes an exotic rare thing. And that becomes worth more than what you pay for the first two animals. And you make money on that NFT. And I guess it would actually print out some sort of picture NFT of these animals or whatever. And then you can cash that out and actually get money while playing this game. So you get to stay in your basement, eat Cheetos, watch porn, play this CryptoZoo game, and make money. So you can buy more Cheetos and watch more porn and play the game more. I guess, bro, this sounds way too true. And that's why we're talking about it now. So, and he's like, this is all set up so people can make passive income. And what people are we talking about? His followers, right? I guess this wouldn't be the people who lost money in Dink Doink. I'm pretty sure they're mad and they went on somewhere else. So it's like a new group of people, a new batch of followers, right? So the article continues. Unfortunately, this play to earn, right? Play to earn, which is crazy. Play games and make money. Play to earn NFT game failed with handmade art, or it was filled with handmade art, just regular, somebody just drawing stuff. As Paul likes to heavily emphasize on his podcast, Impulsive, right? Has never yet been playable despite letting people sink tons of money into it. Wait, people are paying money, but they can't even play the game? Did I read that right? Play to earn NFT game filled with handmade art, as Paul likes to heavily emphasize on his podcast, Impulsive, has never yet been playable despite letting people sink tons of money into it. Damn. CoffeeZilla discovered that since CryptoZoo's introduction in 2021, it looks like Paul's fans have spent some $2.5 million on eggs alone. $2.5 million since 2001. They can't even play the game, which means if they can't play the game, they can't hatch the eggs, they can't breed the exotic animal, and they can't cash in to make money. So since 2001, they've dumped $2.5 million on eggs alone, with the coin itself skyrocketing to the market cap of roughly $2 billion. Some folks CoffeeZilla talked to shelled out tens, sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars on CryptoZoo because they believe Paul was a changed man. Ooh. And he was creating a safe place for everyone to invest in cryptocurrency. So I guess it was the same dudes who went into Dink Doink. Fool me once, shame on me, bro. I mean, no, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Turns out they were wrong, at least on the second part, because now those people are out thousands of dollars. Yo, yo, and Brother Doug, looks like you're right, man. People are jumping in here. Quick side, Brother Doug said this a couple minutes ago, Tate was arrested in Romania. Wow, okay. Didn't know that. I wonder why. Because he moved from Romania. He was saying he was going to move from Romania to the UAE to Dubai, I think. I guess he's back in Romania and he got arrested. I wonder why this time. We'll see. We'll see. And the reason I wanted to highlight that is because Brother Lincoln's in the house. But let's catch up on the chats real quick. We're going to get back to this this zoo thing. This I can't man. I'm just tripping. This crypto zoo thing. It's got me tripping. Brother, Colonel Sanders in the house. What's good, fam? Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you. Miss AKA lady, you have to think about how much the money will cost. It all sounds good until the commission shows up. Yeah. I mean, you just got to be careful out there. People are taking risks. These young men just taking their money and throwing it. It's gambling. It's all it is gambling. I ain't mad, though. You know what I mean? Brother Lincoln Tate just got arrested again. What's good, bro? We got Brother Lincoln in the house, man. We'll see you in the... Yo, bro, you're going to be in Miami, right? You're going to be down there, man. Let me know if you're going to be in Miami. Yeah, hashtag free Top G. Yeah, we found out what he did. Did Tristan get arrested too? Because remember last time it was Tristan that they took into custody, and they brought Andrew and everybody else to the station to fill out forms. No, I take that back. Tristan did not get taken into custody. They all went down just to fill out forms and make statements to help further the investigation because there was no one there. They didn't find who they was looking for. Wonderful 34's in the house. What's good, fam? Good to see you. Thanks for coming through. Really appreciate it. You know what I mean? Wonderful 34, man. Merry Christmas, man. Happy New Year and all that good stuff to you. Happy holidays. And he was like, what up, people in the Joes? Yeah, I really appreciate you, bro. Colonel Sanders shaking my head. They really don't like Tate. The Matrix attacks yet again. I mean, it is what it is, bro. I'm a young black man who grew up in the hood, bro. The Matrix been after me forever, man. We've always had agents on my ass just because we black. You know what I mean? So I get that part. Especially when you go, you know what I'm saying? When you taunting them, they can come after you, man. But we'll see. We'll see what happened. You know what I mean? Here's the thing. Whatever happens is going to make him the most Googled man again. We're going to see what happened, man. Tate's a smart dude, bro. You know what I mean? So whatever he's doing, he's going to use it to his advantage. And then Colonel Sanders, yeah, Merry late Christmas, brother. Yeah, same to you, bro. And happy early New Year. Miss AKA lady, people want something for nothing. They got what they deserved. Ooh, shots fired up in this piece. She ain't playing around. You got what you get some. They got what they deserve. Get some. They got what they deserve. Wow. They knew dude's history and decided to shake hands with the devil. Don't cry now. Take your L. Facts. Facts. Don't cry now. Brother Doug was saying, yeah, both the Tate brothers were taken into custody. There's something going on. I'm international. The Tates, the Tates are damn near untouchable in Romania, bro. Y'all know how it works. You know what I mean? Countries like that, y'all know how it works, man. So whatever's going on has to be pressure from outside the country, has to be pressure, I would say, from entities outside of Romania. I ain't gonna lie to you. But we'll see. We'll see. Stay tuned. Miss Globe Girls in the house. What's good, love? One of my favorite sailors in the house. Welcome. We're talking about Logan Paul, but we got some breaking news. Look like both Tate brothers have been arrested in Romania. You know what I mean? And we're just catching up with the chat. Good to see everybody. And yeah, Miss Sister AK, Miss AKA lady is always spitting facts. And now we got Globe Girl in here. Her wing man is up in this joint. And I'm using the term man as a universal term. Wing lady, I guess I should say. Wing woman. I don't know how to say it. But her partner in crime, her road dogs in here, man. So it's gonna be all kind of shots fires up in this joint. If you think Miss AK Haley is hard, wait till you hear Miss Globe Girl. I mean, and straight up handing out L's. Yeah, I mean, but you know what? Miss AK Haley is right. We're just trying to figure this out. Like, I don't. Most of the people in here probably don't even know who Logan Paul is really like that. None of us are followers of Logan Paul. I just thought this would be a great topic to cover. First of all, because we only need like 140 watch hours, and I ain't gonna lie, doing something on Logan Paul is gonna bring a lot of people out to watch and see just because it's Logan Paul. So we'll get those watch hours and we'll get monetized. First off, but secondly, I think there's definitely some teachable moments here with what's going on. You know what I mean? There's some teachable moments here. So we talked about what happened in the self-deletion force. We talked about how he almost got himself canceled and was able to do the apology tour, and people forgave him or whatever, and then he was able to increase his followers, increase his money. Then he did this dink doink thing, right? A crypto coin, which was a classic pump and dump, it seems like. It was just a pump and dump. They get all his money, all his hype. He pulls his money out, the value falls off a cliff, right? And all of the people, his followers who believed him and followed him into this coin, were left holding the bag, and the bag is empty. They lost their money. Meanwhile, Logan Paul made bread, right? He probably made millions of dollars, right? Then CoffeeZilla was the first time CoffeeZilla came out, starting to look into Logan Paul. Like, bro, what are you doing? So then less than a year later, Logan Paul comes up, him and his people come up with this crypto zoo idea, where it's a game that's like, you know, tied to crypto and blockchain, where you buy these eggs and they hatch into animals, and then you breed your animals and make more exotic animals, and you're playing the game and you can make money off these exotic animals. And he does that. And then the game never works. They never get the game up and running online. And people have already invested some $2.5 million in eggs online off rip. And they never even got a chance to play the game. It's like if you at least play the game and, you know, you get to a point where you're supposed to get paid, and then there's always some sort of technical difficulty on the payment part. They never even got that far. They couldn't even play the game. They just left holding these eggs, right? Okay. $2.5 million. They ran the market cap up on the coin to $2 billion. Again, so you got people paying money on the eggs. You running the value of the coin up, another pump. $2 billion. Sounds like a dump is coming, right? And the stuff doesn't even work. And these poor people, who the same people who follow him into Dink Doink, follow him into this. And that's why Miss AKA lady said what she said. That's what they get. That's what they get. That's what they get. You know what I mean? So the article continues. Rob, or Helicopter Bob, one of the victims CoffeeZilla video chatted with, said he lost just under $7,000 with CryptoZoo. Helicopter Bob explained that the passive income, the project's core mechanic, never did work from the beginning and wasn't even written into the contract where it showed you were actually yielding with the zoo. So it wasn't, so the part about you making money wasn't even written into the contract. So there you go again, you're throwing money, not reading the fine print. So you went back to read the fine print. It's like, oh, it didn't even, there's nothing in here that says you have to show me. You have to show me where I'm going to make the money. And he went on to say that there was no way to claim your yield, and there never was. Basically, people were putting money into a system that was providing zero returns. Damn. So they set this up knowing people were going to dump money into it, and they wrote the contract up to where you're never getting your money back based on this game. You give us the money, but you ain't going to win at all because the game is not even going to work. Hell, it's just not even a thing. And it continues. Worse yet, as an unnamed person told CoffeeZilla in a separate video call, those who invested in CryptoZoo couldn't even hatch the eggs they bought. It's just a picture, the person said about the eggs. There's nothing I can do with it. It's basically worth nothing whatsoever. So you've got diehard Paul fans pining to play a non-functioning game and losing money in the process. A game, mind you, that still doesn't work to this day. Damn. They make Bernie Madoff look like an angel. At least Bernie was paying people. You know what I mean? He was robbing Peter to pay Paul, but at least people got money at first. These dudes didn't get a dime. So you've got diehard Paul fans pining to play a non-functioning game and losing money in the process. A game, mind you, that still doesn't work to this day. Ooh. In CoffeeZilla's video, we hear Paul explain certain issues with CryptoZoo's development. Specifically, he says a developer fled to Switzerland with the source code and held it for hostage for $1 million, and that's why the game's been broken. But this developer, who CoffeeZilla spoke to in the course of his investigation, claims he hadn't been paid at all for his work on CryptoZoo, despite bringing on a team of 30 engineers and burning $50,000 a week to build the NFT project. Another CryptoZoo developer CoffeeZilla spoke with corroborated claim, saying he also hadn't been paid at all. Not only were Paul's fans finding holes in their wallets after investing in CryptoZoo, but it appears that the people working on the project weren't even being paid adequately or on time. So not only is he scamming the folks, it looks like, his fans, again, it looks like, but he did bring on technical people who can actually make this happen, got them working, and didn't pay them. These people were putting out $50,000 a week to build this NFT project, and they weren't getting paid or reimbursed for their stuff. Yo, this is crazy. Paul, for his part, has said the report is simply not true, and that when appropriate, all bad actors will be exposed, explained, and held fully accountable, promising more details in his January 3rd podcast. On December 26th, Paul publicly invited CoffeeZilla to appear on Impulsive Podcast to hash everything out, though CoffeeZilla responded by saying that he'd already invited Paul onto his show a day before. It remains to be seen whether or not anything will come to fruition from these exchanges. Okay. So Logan Paul, you know what I mean? So Logan Paul now is doing this. So the dink doink thing, pump and dump, made money. All his, the people who followed him into it lost money. Logan Paul's doing this. But at the same time, he's fighting. He fought Floyd Mayweather, right? And he got, got a lot of clout for that. I don't know if he made any money off of that. He might have. KSI, him and KSI were like doing their fighting things. We read that at the beginning. We were going over his bio. He's like a pro wrestler now, WWE or whatever, Raw. He's getting paid for that. He's done the TV shows and all that. He's done movies, right? And that money is like residual money. I mean, it may not be huge. I guarantee you it's not huge, but it's something. He's doing all this. And he decides to run 2 pump and dumps, both tied to crypto. Both look real shady. And this CryptoZoo thing is ongoing. Like, this is going on right now. So we have no idea how that's going to end. And he's taking money, right? $2.5 million from people, his fans or whatever. And then they ran the coin up to a $2 billion valuation. And I'm pretty sure he was taking money out of that. Him and his guys. I don't understand why you would do something like that. The guy's worth, they got him down at $45 million net worth, right? Even if you cut that in half, bro, like $20 million. Say you got $20 million liquid. That means you got $10 million you could put off to the side, just make some very basic investments, and you ain't never got to worry about money again. And you got $10 million, you can do whatever you want with, right? Just basic stuff. Like, how much money do you need? And the fact that he's getting all his money from people who follow him, people who trust him, people who think they know him. That's why I'm always saying on this platform, y'all don't know these people on YouTube. Y'all don't know me. I look forward to meeting each and every one of you. I do, but until then, y'all don't know me. You know what I mean? Like you said, why you rock with Fresh and Fit? You don't know them? Yes, I do know them. I met them. I went down there to meet them. I want to see who I'm gonna be supporting, who these dudes really are. I went and met them. You know what I mean? So yeah, I do know those guys. You know what I mean? I can pick up my phone right now and call them. Shoot a text right now. I know those guys. You got these dudes who don't know Logan Paul from a hole in the wall. They can't pick up no phone to reach out to dude, but they're sending in all this bread because they're like, oh, he looking out for us. You see what I mean when we was talking about the Mano swap? Like, listen, dudes, listen. If you a bottom 80 guy, if you a basement dweller, y'all need to be on guard for everybody, man. You need to be on guard, not just from women. You know what I mean? Y'all need to, not just from businesses, right? We were talking yesterday about Generation Zombie. We were talking yesterday about how Instagram knows that their product hurts kids, in particular young girls, but they're still doing it. The government knows that Instagram hurts these young girls, but they're still cranking it up, and they're about to launch an Instagram for kids. They know this is hurting. They don't even care. Think about that, man. If you a bottom 80 dude, right, you looking at these, you know, everybody worried about these IG models, you know what I mean, these Instagram chicks. Oh, this girl, these 304s taking my money, these women ain't nothing. You got to worry about these dudes too. You got to worry about this. Look at what Logan Paul's doing to you. Gladly take $2.5 million on one pump and dump, and had another pump and dump he ran like less than a year before that. Took that money too. Everybody trying to run your pockets. Man, look, y'all better wake up. Y'all better wake up. Let's catch up with the chat. You know what I mean? Miss Globe Girl. Oh, I can't wait to hear more about these scammers being caught. She's like, I'm almost excited. Oh my goodness. Y'all know Miss Globe Girl don't get excited. She's like, I'm almost excited. This dude, I think this time he might have, maybe he went too far. Maybe there's going to be, you know, maybe there was some laws broken. We don't know. Whatever happens, you can thank CoffeeZilla. And I think y'all should all go to YouTube and watch what CoffeeZilla had to, what he did. It was great what he did. Like his investigation was just on point. I don't know what's going to happen, y'all. I really don't. I don't know the law like that. I don't know if there are any laws in place that they could have broken, but the pump and dump is certainly there. It's certainly there. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Miss Globe Girl, Miss AKA Lady, I'm good being your wingman any day. That's what's up, man. Oh man, they about to click up. Y'all better look out, fellas. Y'all better look out. Miss Globe Girl, Miss AKA Lady. Oh my goodness. And this is beyond a moral compass. See what we were talking about, Miss AKA Lady? This is beyond a moral compass. This is flat out terrible business practice. He completely opened himself up to many legitimate lawsuits. Where is think tank button? Yo, he really did though. He opened himself up. Let's do that. Let's put it through the old
think tank. Arch. Nothing gets past the old think tank. Nothing.
Let's put it through the old think tank. You know what I mean? I mean, he's in Puerto Rico. The money is coming from American citizens and other citizens from Western countries, probably like New Zealand, Australia, UK. You know what I mean? It's probably other Westernized country citizens involved. So the money is going into probably U.S. banks, you know what I mean? British banks, maybe German banks or whatever. If they can prove some sort of wrongdoing, then I know right off rip is going to be whatever they charge you with, you're going to have to tack on some wire fraud because that money is moving around the planet. They're going to tack on some wire fraud. If you go and watch the CoffeeZilla expose, it looks really clear that Logan Paul knew what he was doing and his people knew what he was doing. Like they were definitely pumping up. They were trying to sell this thing. They were doing things, you know, they're talking about running up the value and, you know, their exit strategies and all that. I mean, it looks like they were scheming to defraud people. But what do I know? I'm just an old man sitting in his attic talking to a computer. But if any of that holds up, And that's when you start seeing those, this many counts of that, this many counts of this. The wire fraud starts to come in there. You know what I mean? Because it's like a Ponzi scheme, isn't it? It's like a Ponzi scheme. Brother Marcus. At DL saying I really want to know podcast. Haters are always going to hate, but Logan Paul, Jake Paul, Mike Maljack are all phony, fake as fuck, but at least Fresh and Fit keep it real about reality. Real talk, bro. Real talk. They gonna get that bread. Like I said, man, it all comes back to being accountable for yourself and your actions. Like I said, man, and I know it sounds like I'm always picking on the basement dwellers, man, the bottom 80, but it's just y'all need to understand, bro. People trying to run your pockets, man. These people are trying to hold you upside down and just shake the money out your pockets if they can. You know what I mean? So it all boils back to being the best version of yourself. It all comes back to that. It all comes back to being the best version of yourself, being accountable for your actions, right? Becoming socially aware so you can see this type shit. You need to understand that all money ain't good money. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those things. Like if you're gonna gamble. You know what I mean? But don't, you know what I mean? Don't think you're gonna get something for nothing. This all goes back to that. You know what I mean? Like, well, I'm gonna lay down here with Cheetos on my shirt and be fat, and I'm just gonna buy these NFTs or I'm gonna buy this crypto coin. It's gonna make me a millionaire, and then the girls are gonna come. Man, how about you just start working out, bro? Build yourself up, man. Climb up out of there. You know what I mean? Learn how to womanize. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to get in the top 20, it's more than one way to get there. You want to be the kind of man that women want to holler at, it's more than one way to get there. You know what I mean? So this is, boy. But I feel you on that, Brother Marcus. I really do. You know what I mean? Fresh and Fit do keep it real, man. And here's the thing, Fresh and Fit be taking L's. Right? Don't think that it's only the bottom 80 that people are targeting. They really targeting the guys at the top. Right? You really don't know who to trust. You got so many leeches out there, yo. I seen it with my own eyes. I see people coming in admiring the Fresh, man. They really don't know who to trust, bro. More money, more problems, man. Jay-Z was not playing. You know what I mean? Or was that Biggie? Whoever said it, whoever coined it, more money, more problems. Right? You know what I mean? I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. That's Jay-Z. Man, they trying to get you, bro. It's people trying to get me. I ain't at that level. I'm doing good, but I'm not doing that good. You know what I mean? It's people trying to get me like that. People come out the woodwork, bro. Trying to get whatever. So, like I said, y'all seen it? Anybody who follow Fresh and Fit, you're always seeing faces come and go, don't you? People show up like, who is that? People showing up and then boom, they gone. Then you see them somewhere else. They done popped up talking shit about them boys. You see it all the time, bro. You know, you got people like, yeah, man, I'm down. I just want to help out. I'm trying to help you out. And it's like, are you? You don't know how to trust. You don't know who to trust. But that doesn't mean we go through life not trusting anybody. We just go through life, you know what I'm saying, trying to figure it out, man. All right, what's up with them? Just like I look at these women like, shit, what's she trying to get? I look at dudes like that, man. What you trying to get? You know what I mean? Keep your eyes on them. Logan Paul don't give a shit about nobody, bro. He coming in here like, all right, just do this little crypto coin. People want to call it Tate Brothers, you know, fraudsters or whatever because of the War Room and Hustlers University. But guys are paying for a product, man. Make no mistake about it. They'll tell you like, this is a product. You're gonna pay for it. You can learn this on your own on the internet. But if you want to get it from us, this is how much it's gonna cost you: $50 a month or whatever they charge, $6 a month, or $5,000 a year to get into the War Room, which is a network. Like, well, you go in there and there ain't nothing in here but a bunch of people praising you. But there's a bunch of people in there. Find out who they are. You know what I mean? There's folks in that War Room. You know what I mean? Now, am I part of the War Room? No. You know, but it's definitely a network. Justin Wilder's in there. You know, there's a bunch of other, you know, red pill guys in there. You know what I mean? Is it possible to network in there? Yeah, it's possible to do it. Is it with $1,000? I don't know. That's up to you to decide. But know what you're getting into. They have a product that they sell and they set the price and people buy it. Just like Fresh and Myron, whenever they do the DMs on demand, they have a product that they sell, they set the price and people buy it. Not only do people buy it, but people knock down the door and beg them to do it. Like, please do it again, do it again, do it again. Open it up, I want to get in. Right? But this pump and dump stuff, this stuff that Logan Paul is doing, yo, this is straight shiesty, bro. Straight shiesty, nightish. Welcome, good to see you. You know what I mean? Back at it. Yep. Good afternoon, Dylan and shit. Yeah, back. You know, got to stay in it. Got to grind. Got to grind. Cody is king. I doubt anything will come of it. This is the way they pay a small fine, pay the play commission, and do it all over again. That's what it looks like, bro. That's what it looks like. Miss AKA lady, you definitely shouldn't trust them Paul brothers for sure. I don't know anything about Jake. You know, we just reading up on Logan. I don't even know these dudes. Outside of they want to fight, folks. I bet you now they gonna really want to, you know, get in the ring with Andrew Tate. They definitely gonna want to do that now because they're gonna lose some money. Logan's gonna lose some money behind this, even if the law doesn't come to get him. Right? People are gonna leave. You know what I mean? They're gonna see that like CoffeeZilla's already done that. I guarantee you he's hemorrhaging subs and people are just jumping off the bandwagon. But we'll see. You know what I mean? Night is more money. Was Mace and Puffy, Kelly Price on vocals. Okay, thanks. Yeah, more money, but thank you. Appreciate that. You know what I mean? I'll be getting my hip-hop references mixed up. So, but here's the thing. KSI, who was another real big YouTuber from the UK, Logan Paul, again, they were out 2 times. Once amateurs and then they fought in as professionals. They made a lot of money. KSI won the second bout. I think it was by decision. But they have teamed up. They're partners now. And they have a sports drink. Right? They got a sports drink, these two. And apparently, this drink has caught fire. Right? And it's crazy. Again, the name of the drink is Prime. It's an energy drink. I've never heard of this. Never heard of it. You know what I mean? But like it's out there. Let's see if we can make this a little. Yeah, that's good. That's big right there. So I guess Prime has already been released in America. It's out there. I guess it's in stores. I don't know who carries it. I would imagine everybody. You probably find it in like 7-Eleven, Circle K, all that kind of stuff. Walmart, you know, your local grocery store, Target. I don't know. I've never had it. And apparently this particular energy drink has all of the stuff that you want in an energy drink and none of the bad stuff. So it doesn't have the caffeine, it doesn't have the sugar, but it has other things, you know, like other ingredients that are supposed to be healthy and better for you. Allegedly, I don't know, allegedly. But within the past couple of days, this drink has been released in the UK. And according to this article, and the article says the hype around the drink has been fueled by the fact that some people have been advertising bottles on eBay and social media at vastly inflated prices. Mind you, this drink is supposed to be like $1.99, like £1.99. And it's supposed to be like cheap in Britain, right? The official list price for a 5 milliliter bottle is £2. However, sellers are asking anything from £7 to £19.99, from £7 to £20. On eBay, bizarrely, one seller even quoted an ambitious £50,000 for this drink. One, right? On T-side group of teens who've been queuing, like waiting in line, from 6 a.m., rushed the branch of Asda, and I guess that's one of their stores, and cleared the shelves. Right? So there's been stories all over London, all over the UK, people going crazy trying to get this drink. And like for you old people, it's kind of like when the Cabbage Patch Kids came out and people were going crazy fighting over at the store and this, that, and the third. They're doing this over this drink. Like grown-ups are knocking down little kids, pushing them out the way, stampeding over folks trying to buy just a drink. And it goes on to say, unlike sports energy drinks, Prime does not contain any caffeine. In fact, it's largely water with added vitamins and minerals designed to boost exercise performance. Okay, that sounds good, but I don't know what the other ingredients are, but it doesn't have sugar. It doesn't have caffeine. That's good right there. As a result, it is harmless, even healthy alternative to high caffeine energy drinks popular with the youngsters. They're not saying any sugar. They're just saying no caffeine. It's largely water, so it might have a lot of sugar in it. Prime comes in a range of fruity flavors, including lemon lime, tropical punch, ice pop, and blue raspberry. And ingredients are or typical of many other sports and nutrition drinks used by athletes, right? So this thing has video of fighting one another to get one of these bottles, bro. Right? And there it is right there. This is prime. It's like people fighting to get this stuff. And I'm gonna see if it'll show us a video, because there's like tons of videos. I'm gonna see if it'll let us watch it. You know, here, look at this. This is people waiting in line inside the store to get it. And most of the stores will only limit you to like one bottle per flavor. So if they have like 3 flavors, you can get like 3 bottles. And people would get trying to buy cases in other stores that weren't organized. People were just running in there, grabbing cases of the stuff, or just grabbing, paying for it. In most cases, they were paying for it. Some people was trying to straight out just it was like complete chaos, just people trying to get this drink. And folks were saying, well, it's KSI and Logan Paul's fault for not providing enough. Look, these are people outside the store 6 a.m. in the UK, man. It's cold over there, bro. It's like being in, like in Ohio, or like being in, Michigan. Like, no, maybe not like Michigan this time of year, but it's cold. Yeah, it's kind of like in Ohio, Kansas City, something like that, minus the snow. They don't get as much snow as we do, but it gets cold. And they're waiting for the store to open so they can go in and get this energy drink. Right? Here's a little kid that got, like I was saying, they would sell one bottle per flavor, so you can get up to 3. So the little kid got his 3 bottles and took pictures of it. But it was people knocking down kids like this, taking their bottles. It was insane. So they have this drink that's doing really well. And there was a part in here where Coca-Cola got involved. And we're talking like billions of dollars. It's like $1 billion deal that KSI and Logan Paul are on. It's $1 billion deal. Let me see if it'll let us play the video. Yep, looks like it's gonna let us play. Or no. Nope. Sorry about the advertisement. I don't know how to skip it. So it's gonna power through the here, skip the ad.
You're right. That's how I know.
Look at these people waiting to get a power drink, man.
You in your Christmas hat, Ryan.
Nah, they're on the thing. Oh, it's going in. Going in.
Hi, Lewis.
Good luck, Lewis.
They said people were going in and just running crazy, like through the aisles, grabbing it, hitting each other for it.
Where are they going to be?
I don't know how to follow the hall.
It's like Black
Yeah,
Friday.
look, where people doing their weekly shop. Oh, Bolgate.
Where is it? Where is it?
Look, people running to get to it. Look at that little kid shot in there. Yo, y'all see this?
I just did
Somebody look at him just.
green and a lollipop.
This is crazy.
Oh. I got 2.
Look at the line, bro. It's like 6 a.m.
How much are they? £2. That's right.
They could charge whatever they want. They could charge like a tenner, couldn't they? It'll still go. All go on, everyone.
There's nothing left. They took it all, bro. They took it all. That's man. Like 6 a.m. Energy drink. Yo, look at this for an energy drink. And it didn't look as bad as the article was saying. The article had me believing people were just fighting each other trying to get this drink. You know what I mean? It didn't look that bad. But Coca-Cola is involved in this project, right? So they got this energy drink and they're making money. So again, Logan Paul's worth $45 million. They get Prime. They got this deal going with this energy drink that's so popular that people are willing to wait in line at 6 a.m. to get 3 bottles. right? In the article, it was talking about how at some sporting events, the bottles were selling for almost, like $10, $15 a bottle. Was that right? Oh, I take that back. No, they were saying it was like $5 to $6 a bottle in some sporting events, and sometimes even more, up to $10 a bottle. That's how popular this thing is. You a part of this deal. Why are you running pump and dump schemes? I don't understand that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand that. Dink doing in cryptos. Why are you doing that? It doesn't make any sense. They making bread. Miss AKA, it's enough information to know not to invest in them. Right. And here's the thing with KSI. KSI's not doing any of that. Doesn't look like he's out there doing the pump and dump, the shadiness. He's just trying to, get the deal going with this drink. So Logan Paul doing this stuff looking shady is going to jeopardize the deal with their energy drink, and they're partnered up with Coca-Cola right now. That'll be enough for Coca-Cola to walk away from it. Poor KSI going to be just standing there like, what happened? I wonder how that's going to work out. You know what I mean? Look, Cody is king. Like, yeah, where's Batman when you need him? Exactly. Batman can swoop in there and get us a couple cases. That's insane what they were doing over there. Miss Globe Girl, is this a Christmas line or is the power drink line? That was the power drink line. That wasn't the Christmas line. They were outside of a grocery store. Like, I think this is all a marketing scheme. They paid these people to act like that. Possibly, but it was like at least 3 different locations where they had video footage, and then they had like a bunch of pictures from other locations. So according to this article, this happened across the UK. But I hear you though, like it could be publicity, but it took place all around UK. So like, why would Logan Paul do that? So it's like one last thing that might answer that question: why Logan Paul would risk basically everything. Like, how do you risk everything? So let's have a look at this. So since Logan Paul has been, famous and making his money, doesn't look like he's made really good decision money. Logan Paul has lost millions on NFTs as collection valued after viral $10 meme, right? So apparently Logan has lost a lot of money, right here, the NFT. Logan Paul's NFT collection is now reportedly worth less than $900,000, despite him initially purchasing it all for over $2.6 million, as the internet continues to clown his losses over a $10 image. This article right here talks about it. Like, he, back in December of 2021, Logan confirmed that all in almost $2.7 million on his collection. That's his NFT collection. However, it's worth far less than that at this point, as some have taken a deep dive into his images after he's been routinely clowned for owning a $10 NFT. So it looks like he's down $1.8 million on his NFT collection, right? You have different people stating different numbers. Just DAP, Radar, whoever they are, they said he went in at $2.7 million, and now, his losses are around $1.8 million on these NFTs. So no one really knows exactly how much on the NFTs, but it's clear that he lost. So is that the reason he's going out here trying to take money from these people, from his fans, doing these pumps? Is that the reason? I mean, they have a power drink. Of course, he didn't know it would be this popular, but him and KSI have a power drink that would net him way more than his losses. And at the end of the day, he's still worth $45 million. So what? You lost $1.8 million, or you lost $1.3 million, or whatever it is you lost. So what? You lost millions. You still worth $45 million. I mean, is that enough to go? Man, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. So, yeah, they Logan Paul. You know what I mean? I don't, you know, I mean, I look at what he's doing. You know, you want to be happy with the guy. He worked hard. He's done all these things, but he has no problem taking from the very people who put him on in the first place. That's the problem, bro. That is a problem, man. Like he is taken from the very people who put him on in the first place. Why? Because he made some bad moves. So that's the NFTs. Maybe he made some other bad moves. Maybe put some money in some crypto coins and he lost millions. Maybe he made some bad purchases in the real estate game and lost millions. Maybe he bought some stocks or whatever. You know what I mean? So that 45 million might be whittled all the way down to God knows what. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just like what. You know what I mean? Like it's just one of those things. It's like, bro, it's one of those things. Now here's a popular YouTuber. I'm gonna pull this up.
Welcome back to the.
I'm gonna pull this up.
On Logan Paul and just over.
And
welcome back to the.
Cavos, who's a huge YouTuber, talks about Logan Paul. So we watched what we watched on this. You know what I mean? So let's pull this up and listen to what he has to say. I mean, because this is, you know, this is one of the YouTubers that I landed on. I don't follow him either, but he's a massive YouTuber and he's talking about Logan Paul and all that. So let's give this a look. You know what I mean? Cody is king. Whole market is down. Kind of easy to say that this or that is down at the moment. Yeah, the entire market is down all the way around. You know what I mean? Especially when you look at the real estate market, you look at what private equity is doing. They're pulling their money out of real estate. So they bought up all these single family homes because they got a good deal on it. Now they're dumping these single family homes and they're dumping them at significant losses, which brings down the value of all the other houses. People are no longer trying to buy because they can't afford with the new interest rates. Absolutely. You know, like I mean, it is what it is. We're in a down market. The market can't always be up. You know what I mean? It's going to be this way for a couple of years. You know what I mean? The Fed is intent on fighting inflation. We know about all that good stuff. So, yeah, it's definitely going to stay down. Hopefully the government won't print any more money. We'll get through this in, like, you know, like I said, another year and a half, maybe 2 years. We'll be out of it. Interest rates will be under control. They'll be able to start ticking interest rates down. Inflation will be under control, and they'll be able to start ticking interest rates down if they want to, because the Fed only really has one trick, and that's to lower interest rates. So they're going to raise interest rates as high as they can during this bad time. But you're right. You know, maybe Logan lost a bunch of money in the market. Maybe he owes taxes. That's another good one. Maybe he does owe a lot of taxes. So he has to do what he has to do, which is crazy. But we're going to watch this video. And this kind of sums up everything we talked about. And then we'll wrap this up and check this out.
The fifth in over a week. I mean, what can I say? There's a lot of meat on this bone. And I can't lie, I'm enjoying the hell out of covering it. Feels like the old days, 2017 vibes. And you guys seem to be really enjoying it too. If you have, leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel. But something that I think is important to cover before Logan makes his response is what has gone down on Twitter last night. Now, this exclusively happened on Twitter, so a YouTube video documenting it. This whole scamming process, documenting things, is the best way to do it. And Logan Paul seems like he's getting fucking desperate. So this all starts when Logan Paul, I'm blocked by the way, he blocked me for tweeting about CryptoZoo to him. I had to get sent this by someone else. But he tweeted out, invited CoffeeZilla on Impulsive. Replying to an email CoffeeZilla sent him, replying to a third request for comment. CoffeeZilla X CryptoZoo. Remember, guys, CoffeeZilla tried to contact Logan Paul.
And this is the second time we're here now. The article we read said the exact same thing. CoffeeZilla tried to get Logan Paul to come onto his podcast. Logan Paul ignored him, didn't want to do it. But then Logan Paul sends out this message, this email trying to get him. So they actually have the email here. So let's see what it said.
Himself many times.
And now that this thing blew up in their faces, these four seem to be dodging accountability faster than SBF dodges calls with me. Because I have reached out to everyone involved. I've tried to get all of their statements on things. So far, no one has taken accountability or offered to refund the victims at all. They're all hiding, pretending these victims don't even exist.
Email reads, "Hey Steven," CoffeeZilla's name, I'd love to extend the offer for you to come on Impulsive in person to discuss CryptoZoo. Of course, we'll cover all flights and accommodations. Look forward to hearing back. Best.
Which is, I want to say Logan Paul's in Puerto Rico. I don't know where CoffeeZilla is. If I was to guess, I would say California, but I really don't know. Or we're going to fly you down. We're going to take care of you. We want you on our platform. Why would you do that? What, dude? This man's been this man is exposing you, right? This is the dude, right? This is the problem in your mind, like, man, this is the problem. If only he would go away. I'm not saying that they're gonna do anything to him, but why would you go there? And let's continue watching.
Logs. What are you trying to start a fucking fire? In his mind, it says Logs, like trying to be really cute. Signed Logs, because we're really good friends and I want to fly you out, pay for your accommodation and have you on my podcast. I'm such a great fucking guy. No, you wanker. This invite is as shallow as Kim Kardashian. Like we said already, why the fuck didn't you just reply to CoffeeZilla when he has been trying to reach out to you for months? Why now? Because you can't.
I love our cousins on the other side of the Atlantic. Mumps. I'm gonna have to learn. I want to get me a English accent. Wouldn't that be cool? It'd probably be easier for me just to go to England and just have the American accent, which I think it works the same way. But let's continue.
Can't think of a response, probably, and you're like, well, let me have the guy on and try and win him over. I don't fucking think so, baby. The public see right through this bull. I'm CoffeeZilla. I tweeted about this when it first came to light. I would not go. Why would you go? It seems like it's all bait. It could be a trap. Logan Paul trying to get him in his podcast, his studio, his crew, his editing. No way. Such a trap. He doesn't deserve CoffeeZilla to be on that podcast.
And those are great points right there. Like, you're on my turf, man. You over here with my people. I own this footage. I can go ahead and chop it up. It didn't say it was going to be live. Y'all know I do it live over here. Although this year, y'all know I'm about to start doing stuff more like what we're watching here. That I'm gonna start trying to do that. Try my editing hand. But he's absolutely right. Why would you do that? And you've been trying to get this guy out for months. Yo, bro, I've been telling you to come out here and I want to hear your side of this, bro. You know what I mean? So, but you want to holler at me. Nah, I wouldn't go either. But let's continue.
My podcast, CoffeeZilla, because I'll get hella views from your investigation exposing me for being a scammer, but I want to get some views and promote my podcast. So, yeah. Why don't you help me out the people you scammed and took money from, bitch? Well,
and that's a good point there, too, because even if you didn't run afoul of the law, even if, like, there's a lot of people out there who, especially people like do this kind of thing. They like, let me hire some like legal scholars. Yo, this is what we're trying to do, bro. Like, got a good attorney. Did I do anything illegal here? So long as you stay away from this, and this, write it up this sort of way, you golden. If that's what they did, it's still morally, what's wrong. And what they're trying to do now is shame him, shame Logan Paul and his crew into giving the money back to the victims, those people who sent that money that really didn't have it. The $2.5 million that they sent in for those eggs that are worthless for a game that they wanted to play that never even worked, that never will work. That's what they're trying to do.
Luckily, CoffeeZilla didn't disappoint, didn't let this shallow offer affect him, and comes back with this response on Twitter. Logan invited me on his show, but didn't include the email 24 hours before this, where I invited him first onto my show along with Eddie, Crypto King, and Jeff. I'm happy to fly Logan down or live stream it, but I'm not flying to his CryptoZoo tax haven on New Year's. In which
and look what we said, we can live stream it. Dudes like, we can live stream it, so we ain't got to worry about no editing. We ain't got to worry about this, that, and the third. Nah, man, come down here. We turn the cameras on. We can have a talk, man. You can say what you got to say. I'll show you what I got, and you can answer. And old boy's like, nah. You know what I mean? Cody's King's like, yeah, I would have did the same thing. LOL. No, you come here. Yeah, bro. For real. We got Dusto in the house, man. What's good? Welcome to the Dusto Sphere. Dusto's in this joint, man. Congratulations. Happy New Year. Like, congratulations on the house, first of all. And congratulations. Congratulations on the house and happy holidays, man. Happy Christmas. Happy New Year and all that good stuff. Let's continue.
Email from CoffeeZilla. It makes me sad to see you try to discredit my work, given how many times I've reached out in good faith. Nevertheless, once again, I want to invite you to tell your side of a story on my platform. If you have nothing to hide, this should be a no-brainer. We can chat about everything CryptoZoo. I would extend the same invitation to Eddie, Jeff, and Crypto King as well. All that matters is the truth, the victims, and making things right for the single mothers, fathers, and kids who invested millions. I can even put you in contact with them if you'd like. I think they deserve to hear this stuff straight from you. Thanks, Steven. Oh,
and that's the thing with receipts, y'all. They are crippling. They got date and time stamps on there. Old boys, they're keeping it 100. Like, look, man, we already know what it is. Won't you come out here? You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about this. You know what I mean? Like, won't you make these people whole? You got the money. You got the money. You feel me? So, Sister Candace is in the house. What's good, love? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for coming through. Monster Mod. I'm always so happy to have her here. I'm happy to have everybody here. You know what I mean? So, this makes Logan Paul look real bad, bro. Like, he knows what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. This is a problem. Let's continue.
Tweeted a few other things, but first of all, Logan Paul just can't fucking learn. Again, misleading his Twitter followers, us, the viewers, into thinking, yeah, I'm Logan Paul. I just invited CoffeeZilla myself because, you know, I really want this challenge. Where in fact, actually, what happened was CoffeeZilla invited Logan Paul on his show to do an interview, and Logan replies with, nah, why don't you come on my show? You've been exposed. You should try clear your name with the guy who actually forced you to talk about all of this, because guess what? If he doesn't make these videos, you're not talking about CryptoZoo or anything to do with your scam, because you were just hiding behind everything. I mean, it's...
And that's the problem will be when you surround yourself with yes men and cowards. You feel me? I mean, if you about that life, man, you a real G. It's like, hey, man, they got us, bro. What we gonna do? And it's what it is, and it's come out like, I ain't doing anything illegal. This is what we set up. You know, here are the glitches, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Read the contract. You come out and be a G about it. Yeah, bro, I got you. You know what I mean? That's my money. You can go out and be a G about it if you want to, but he's not doing that. He's sitting there panicking like a little kid. Mind you, this goes all the way back to the beginning. That's the same little kid who went into the self-deletion forest and did what he did. You're a grown-ass man, right? Acting like a little kid. You almost got canceled, crying, do your apology tour. Not going to be able to do it again now. You did that self-deletion forest stunt and 2 pump and dumps. Bro, you in trouble.
It's just so fucking obvious at this point. CoffeeZilla then goes on to reply to that initial tweet with, if we live stream it, I will donate 100% to the CryptoZoo victims. And if we have any left over, I will give it to Dink Doink holders. Dink Doink, you're my favorite coin. I just can't get that song up my head. Never forget what they took from you, with a picture of Dink Doink himself. Dink Doink. Fuck that song. I mean, CoffeeZilla being a stand-up guy and actually doing something, if they live stream, that Logan Paul would never even consider doing, or hasn't considered doing, even to this point now. A year where the game doesn't work. People have been screwed out of so much money. It's now been proven by CoffeeZilla them conspiring to buy tokens before anyone could get any and manipulate the market. There is...
That part right there. I wondered if they broke any laws. But again, crypto is the Wild West. That part right there, when they bought up all the coins so no one else can get the coins. You know, and that, it just keep pumping the money and keeping the value high. There's a conspiracy there. If you please go and watch the CoffeeZilla did 3 parts. Watch it, y'all. I'm telling you, it's really well done. It's really well done.
So much against Logan Paul. There is actually nothing he could say that would change anyone's mind. He could introduce some bad acts like he claimed on his tweet a few days ago, but no one gives a shit of this point because all doing Logan Paul is trying to not take accountability, switch the blame to other people when everyone knows who is to blame. Yes, there are bad actors. Crypto King, Eddie, these guys are assholes too, but you employed them for your project. You pushed the project to your millions and millions of fans, and when shit hit the fan, you didn't do anything. You didn't tell them any updates, gave them no transparency. You left them holding the bag, didn't tell them anything because you were scared they would pull out, and your crypto project that never worked to begin with would go to shit even more. I mean, at this point, it's just a joke. One interesting question I also thought about is KSI. I made this tweet, and
this is the part where I had the same thought. That's why I was talking about KSI and what's going on with that drink, right? That energy drink that seems to be doing really well, right? And I'm not on Twitter. I guess at some point I'm gonna have to get on Twitter. I have a Twitter account. I've had it for years. I just never use it. But I guess at some point I'm going to have to do it. But I just think it's crazy the way we communicate with each other these days, man. But anyway, he's got a good point. Let's see what he says about this KSI thing.
And KSI fans got mad at me. I am in no way blaming KSI at all, but KSI and Logan Paul are business partners, right? Prime is very successful. The fact Logan Paul now has a track record of conducting shady business is a concern for someone like KSI who doesn't have that track record, because Logan Paul has now tarnished the brand. Big companies might not want to work with Prime anymore because
big companies like Coca-Cola, that's where the money came from. And I want to say it's a $10 billion deal. $10 billion with the B, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, $10 billion. So Coca-Cola won't hesitate to pull if things gets out of control. The only thing working for Logan Paul right now, this is all contained to YouTube. I haven't seen anything in mainstream media about this. And I'm talking about the pump and dump schemes, Dink Doink, and this crypto zoo thing. So as long as mainstream media doesn't get a hold of it, as long as government doesn't get involved with their, law enforcement arms and agencies, KSI might be okay, but let's continue.
Because now Logan Paul has been outed as this guy conducting shady business behind the scenes. KSI probably should just buy out Logan if he can and ride Prime off to the sunset without this motherfucker, because he is clearly someone who's not fit to promote that brand, because his name will tarnish it now for as long as Prime exists. Let me know if you...
He's got a point there. This is stuff that, again, you got, here you are. I'm in business with this cat. I don't really know this guy, but we doing good. We got this venture off the ground. It's doing amazing. We literally can't keep the product on the shelves. People are fighting to get it. And here you are running pump and dump schemes. What the hell? You know what I mean? What the hell? You know what I mean? Cody is king, speculative assets. Absolutely, bro. Like you said, there might have been some stuff they done wrong. You know what I mean? So, man, I don't know what these people are thinking when they do that stuff. That was Cavos, y'all. Please go over there, like and subscribe. Let me subscribe to this shit right now since I'm on here. He has over 1 million subscribers. I don't know what else he has on his platform, what other content he has, but I'm gonna watch and see. But what he said here was spot on. Spot on. The man know what he was talking about. KSI is gonna have a problem. Point blank, period. And Logan, if I were Logan Paul, I would find all the people that lost money, that $2.5 million or whatever it was, 2.9, whatever it was. I would make all them people whole. I would give them their money back, all of them, right? And then I would go see if I could find those Dink Doink people. And I would do this with CoffeeZilla. And I would come out again. I'm like, you know what? Let me stay ahead of this. Let me come up with my apology. I would make a couple of these, I would throw a couple of those guys under the bus, the Crypto King and whoever, these Eddie people, whoever, I throw a couple of them under the bus, right? I'll go find that team of engineers that was working on this thing for me that they didn't get paid. At least give them half their money. At least that, here go half y'all money, man. I'm gonna try to get the rest. I would try to make everybody whole. I would come out and say, look, I apologize. Get some videos of me talking to those people so they can vent. We trusted you, blah, blah, blah. They can point their fingers at me. And then at the end of their rant, I can give them their money back. And I would turn that into a net positive. I would, man, look, you got $45 million or whatever you got. I'll probably pay these people a little bit extra. Get all of it on, film it all content. Just have it on there. I'll be working with CoffeeZilla on this, trying to be a better guy. I'm like, hey man, I messed up. This was bad. I did it twice. I didn't mean to. Whatever I gotta say, right? And show me taking care of them people. You know what I mean? Seeing how they live or whatever. Like maybe buying them a car or whatever. I go a little bit extra. You got the bread, bro. I'll go a little bit extra. That's what I would do. And then if it did get to the mainstream, that's how the story ends. I went and made these people whole. And if the police come or whatever, if the lawyers come or whatever, then we just deal with that too. But the thing is, you got this deal with Coca-Cola on this Prime energy drink thing. You don't want to mess that up. That's you're going to eat on. That's generational money. So that's what I would do if I were Logan Paul. But I'm not. I don't even like the guy. But I'm just saying, it's so simple. But you surround yourself with a bunch of cutthroats, you know what I'm saying, a bunch of no-gooders, a bunch of cowards, they going to look for the cowardly way out. No one's going to want to take responsibility for nothing. And at the end of the day, if the police do come, all going to tell on each other, right? The cops going to come in there. It's only one deal available. Who's getting it? Who's taking the deal? We need a snitch. And that's probably more likely how it's going to play out. You know what I mean? The feds are going to show up. You know what I mean? Like the feds from all these countries are going to show up. They're going to put together a task force, and them boys are all going to fold up like chairs. All of them trying to get the deal. They all going to be snitching. You know what I mean? It's like musical chairs. There's only one can sit down. Everybody else, y'all got to go. So that's it right there, man. That's chaos. That's Logan Paul. That's Logan Paul right there, y'all. I'm gonna keep my eye on this. You know what I mean? I'm definitely gonna keep my eye on this. It's definitely a head scratcher. And the one thing I want to leave y'all with, like, you know, how much do you really need when you're talking about money, right? We're talking about this kid. You know what I mean? We talking about this kid, and yo, fam, thank you so much for the cash app. I appreciate it. Thank you. Every single dollar does count. Thank you. I appreciate that. Like I said, we're about 100 hours or so away from being monetized on YouTube. So those super chats are coming, y'all. Thank you, bro. I don't want to say your government name, but thank you. How much do you need? Do you have a number? I do. I've thought about this a long time ago. Like, how much do you need? You know what I mean? Like, my number is 10 million. 10 million liquid, gold. I'm platinum. I'm icy, baby. 10 million liquid, I'm cool. That takes care of my kids. That takes care of me. Right? I mean, I'm cool. I won't be going beyond that, those means or whatever. I'm good. You know, some people might say, oh, 4 million, 5 million liquid. Some people might say 100 million liquid. But I mean, what's your number and how much is too much? What are you willing to do to get it? We talking about Logan Paul. Look at what he's willing to do to get this money. He's sitting on 45 million, according to these outlets. He's sitting on 45 million. You know what I mean? Like, well, damn. It's like, what the? I'll just check it real quick before we get off. You know what I mean? Like, how much do you need? Here we go. Logan Paul net worth. $45 million. That's celebrity net worth. $45 million. Wealthy Gorilla has him at $45 million. Now, I mean, of course, all that's not liquid. You know what I mean? OK Dork has him at $32 million. $35 million, correction. $35 million. You know what I mean? So yeah, these numbers, they're all over the place. Right? There's let me see, CAKnowledge.com. They have his net worth at $245 million. They say his salary is $5 million. It says monthly income is $10 million. Right? So Net worth 245 million. I don't know what that's based on, but you see how these numbers get all over the place. So, I mean, you can safely say he's, somewhere between 30 and 40 million dollar net worth. How much is too much? Like, what do you need? And what are you willing to do for, do for that bread? So, I don't know. I challenge y'all to give that some thought, man. Give us some real thought. Like, don't just think about it like right now, just start spouting out numbers. Now, give us some real thought. What's that number? What's your number? You know what I mean? Like, what, realistically, like, where you trying to get? Like, this is where I really want to get here. What's that number? Again, for me, it's 10 million. And people are like, man, that's not even realistic. It is. It really is. When you see someone like, Logan Paul or whatever, I look at Myron and Fresh. You know what I mean? Them dudes went 24 months, just went crazy with it. Worked hard and got paid. You know what I mean? It's wide open out there. There's always ways to get bread. I mean, you can really get there. Look at what Bitcoin is going down. Look at Bitcoin. Look at Ethereum, right? People are afraid. The average Joe is afraid of crypto right now, man. Whatever. I'm looking at Bitcoin and Ethereum. I'm telling you, on the other side of this recession, whatever you want to call this, maybe depression, because it might get worse before it gets better. On the other side of this, Bitcoin could be as high as $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 a coin. Right now, it's under $17,000 a coin, and it's going down. Ethereum could be anywhere in the neighborhood of $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a coin. Right now, Ethereum is just barely over $1,000 a coin. So now there are moves you can make to get you. Like, when I'm talking about 10 million, that's realistic as hell. So, like, what's your real number, y'all? You know what I mean? What's y'all real number? Give that a thought. We'll come back to that question later on in the week. I'm gonna do a show tomorrow. I might do 2 tomorrow. We'll come back to that question. Cody is king. So what exactly was the story behind it? He just dumped the whole supply. The project never got finished. What did he do exactly? He sold people a product that didn't work. It wasn't working when he sold it, and it's not working now, and it's pretty much defunct now. We're in that phase where he hasn't taken ownership of what he's done. So he sold people, and it's over. Like, I want to say it was $2.5 million. We read it earlier. We got to rewind it to see. $2.5 million was taken in for a game that never worked and never will work. That's where he is right now. And he's taking his money in. Plus, they pumped up the evaluation on the coin itself that was attached to this game and got it up to a $2 billion evaluation. So who knows what happened with that, or what, what monies may or may not have moved around because of that. And there appears to be evidence that this was all orchestrated and that he colluded with others to do it. Again, I'm not in the law or anything like that, but it sounds like there was a conspiracy of some sort going on where he knowingly made these moves. So we'll see how this plays out. But that's what it looks like he did. Definitely, Brother Cody, check out CoffeeZilla's 3-part expose on this whole thing. It's definitely eye-opening. I encourage everybody to check that out. And while you're over there, like and subscribe on Cody's channel. Hell, like and subscribe on this channel. To all my day ones, thank y'all so much. Brother Cody, 10 million a month sounds acceptable. Yeah, I am. I'm talking about 10 million total net worth. I ain't talking about 10 million a month. But that's what Logan Paul, they had him around 10 million a month, which is crazy. It's like he made off people's in a way. And that's Miss Glow Girl. In a way, it's kind of like a modified Ponzi scheme, if you ask me. But, I'm not in that world. You know what I mean? I understand more about the drug game and the consequences of the drug game than I do about any white-collar crime. I understand blue-collar crime is pretty good. I understand robberies and all that kind of stuff. I understand the drug game. I understand all that. But the white-collar stuff, I don't really understand them as much. So, hey, maybe I can find me an attorney, a criminal law attorney. That's what we'll do. I'll find a criminal law attorney and we'll talk about it. Ooh, that's what we'll do. We'll do that next year. Let me find me a lawyer, criminal law lawyer, and we can talk about it. I hope y'all enjoyed that, because that was fun for me, just learning this stuff, seeing what's going on. What shocks me is the money that's moving around. There's YouTubers out there worth $45 million net. Think about that, y'all. Net, not gross. Net. Like, good for them. Uncle Saint just trying to get him a little 10 million, man. Y'all can have all that. You know what I'm saying? That big money. I just want to get me a little bit. You know what I mean? So my daughter could go to Harvard. Just give me a little bit. Because to get your kid into Harvard, man, you got to like build a building or something these days. It's crazy because we ain't poor enough to get there for free. So that's that. Thanks to everybody who's in here rocking with me. All my day ones, which is everyone who's in here now. Cody is King, Brother Michael, Sister Candace, Miss AKA Lady, Miss Globe Girl. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Dusto even came in this mug for a hot second. You know what I mean? Brother Jason was in his piece. Nightish, thank y'all so much for coming through. You know what I'm saying? Brother Doug, Colonel Sanders, man, the whole fam. Happy Christmas. Merry, happy New Year. Brother Lincoln was up in the piece. Thank you so much. Can't wait to see you in Miami. Like I said, Brother Doug, Brother Marcus. Thank y'all all so much for rocking with me. For real, for real, for real. For real, for real, for real. We're going to keep growing this together, y'all. Like I said, I'm about to, you know what I mean? We're just about monetized. Y'all know that was my first goal. Once we get monetized on YouTube, we're going to switch up the content a little bit. I'm going to go with some pre-recorded edited stuff. I'm looking into some studio stuff. I want to do some studio shows. Even want to do maybe some man on the street type stuff. We're going to get into it, y'all. We're going to get into it. So everyone have a good night. Yes, Brother Cody is King. Have a good night. Good night to all. Be safe. Tell your people you love them. Even if you're mad at them, tell your people you love them. Tomorrow is not promised. You know what I mean? I rock with y'all. I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. I'm DL Saint. This is DL Saint I Really Want to Know podcast. I'm going to holler at you later.
Darn, that's the end.
Peace.